The Emergency Policy Group has issued a safer at-home order to help prevent the further spread of COVID-19. County Administrator Mike Merrill and Commissioner Les Miller are here to answer some of the most frequently asked questions. Commissioner Miller, we'll start with you. Just explain what exactly this safer at-home order means for Hillsborough County residents.
For Hillsborough County, it basically says what it says. That means we want you to stay at home to stay safe. All of the medical experts have said the best way of not spreading this disease is staying at home. So we're asking people by this order to stay at home, only go out for the essential needs that you have or the essential work that you must do. And we're asking that you please do that. Now, that does not mean you can't go to the grocery store or to the pharmacy or exercise or walk your dog outside. But if at all possible, please stay at home. That's what it means for Hillsborough County.
Okay, and Mr. Merrill, who is exempt from this order?
So the order exempts a number of industries. There's actually a very long list that comes from Homeland Security. And so there's really so many that I can't name them all, but certainly medical, transportation workers, utility workers, those who deliver parcels, veterinarians. I think the important thing is that on the county's website, hcfl.gov.net, if people go to the link for the coronavirus updates, there will be a link to that list. And the best thing would be to go there, look through the list, and they're all pretty much self-explanatory. So that group of essential services is exempt. However, they still are mandated under the order to maintain social distancing, physical distancing, all of the other protocols of the Department of Health, keep surfaces clean. All of those things are mandated for those essential businesses. Now, if your business is not on the essential list, business can still stay open, but they have to be able to show, because there will be monitoring, show that they can maintain the 6-foot distancing and all of the other protocols. So the only businesses that really at this point are affected would be those that, because of the nature of what they do, there just is no way to maintain 6 feet of distance, and I think everyone can kind of imagine what that is. But simply put, that's what it is.
Okay. Commissioner Miller, will any type of documentation be needed to show that a resident is exempt from the order?
No, there won't be any documentation, anything like that. I think that what people might be concerned about is, and Chef Cronison stated this yesterday, they're not going to be policing or checking people's ID to see where they work or where they're going. Basically, it's free moving. Just make sure that you stay at home when you possibly can. But Mr. Merrill said, if you're out working, doing what you need to do, I don't think they're going to do that. There's no documentation that will be asked for, but use common sense. If they're out there in a group of people who are standing on the block and the police pulls up, they're going to just simply ask you probably to break it up, go home, take it easy, remember to stay 6 feet apart, that type of thing. But there won't be any documentation they would need.
Mr. Merrill, many people are probably wondering, can I still go to the grocery store? Can I still go to the pharmacy?
Yes, absolutely. Under the order, people can move freely to take care of necessities, which could include taking care of a friend or a relative, certainly food, medicine. But again, it's the important thing is to only do as much as you need to do.
Commissioner Miller, what about restaurants? Will people be able to order from restaurants?
Order from restaurants, but takeout only. If you remember, Hillsborough County, I think we did it about a week ago, and then the governor put out an order on that Friday saying all restaurants had to be closed, but they can take out 24 hours a day. So you can call your restaurant or go by and order your food, but you can only take it out. You can't sit down.
Okay. Mr. Merrill, a lot of people are probably getting a little bit of cabin fever right now. Are we still allowed to go outdoors, get some fresh air?
Yes, in fact, we do want people to take advantage of the good weather, walk their dog, ride their bike, get exercise. But again, it all comes back to the same thing that we've been talking about now for weeks, which is we all need to take personal responsibility. Business owners need to take responsibility and make sure that we avoid things that we know allow the virus to pass easily. So the thing that's different now about this order that was passed yesterday is that it provides enforcement, which changes it from being voluntary and all of us being in our best honor, which still is there, but it has the enforcement piece to it as well.
And Commissioner Miller, how long will the order be in place and how will it be enforced?
It will be in place indefinitely until the emergency policy group gets together and decides it's no longer needed. And we'll be meeting weekly. But as things are seeming to go at this particular point in time, it will be in place for a while. So indefinitely until the emergency policy group gets together and given a clear sign that we can terminate it. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, be prepared. It's going to be around for a while.
Will there be any fines for violating this order, Mr. Merrill?
Right, so again, we want everyone to do what they really need to do. But law enforcement, sheriff, police are now empowered to enforce it, but they're first going to educate and give warnings. We want compliance. And so that's really going to be the emphasis for at least the beginning of this. But should there be a serious situation where some group just doesn't want to comply, even though they've been warned and educated, the order does provide for serious enforcement under the law, and it can reach up to a second-degree misdemeanor.
And Commissioner Miller, please just stress again why it's so important for residents to follow this safer at home order.
It's important because the mere fact is that this disease is spreading, and the way you can prevent getting the coronavirus is stay at home, and that's the important part of it. We're not trying to spread fear. We've been trying to spread facts, and the fact of the matter is, from all of the medical experts that we've talked to, is that the best way to do this is stay 6 feet apart. If you have to go to work, you have to be someplace, but if you don't have to, stay at home. Mr. Merrill has already stated you can walk, you can go outside, you can go to grocery stores and things like that. But the important part of this order is that we're asking you to please stay at home if at all possible. Walk around outside if you can to get your exercise, ride a bicycle, whatever the case may be, but stay 6 feet apart. That's the best way to keep this virus from spreading. And we want everyone in Hillsborough County to be safe. That's why we had to put this as an order, not as a directive. And it sounds tough sometimes, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this is a deadly disease, and we want you to stay safe, and that's why we put this safe at home order in place.
And again, where can residents go to find the latest up-to-date information from the county on COVID-19?
So the best source, the most factual source, and the unified source is the county's website, hcflgov.net. Stay safe. There is at the very top, when you go to that site, there's a red banner that says coronavirus updates. Everything is there. The order, all of the actions of the EPG, the governor, all of the advice about what to do. And of course, if someone goes there and still has a question, there's a phone number to call, and we'll help you.